you have a creative outlet of any kind? It could be drawing, music, or something less conventional.
Yeah, I edit the videos in Premiere Pro. Just a basic hobby for me.
Do you want to tell us about that? Is it for someone else, for yourself? What kind of videos?
Honestly, I make it for myself. Sometimes I like commission my friends. My friends commission me to do something for them. But honestly, I make schizo videos, like straight up schizophrenia. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Straight up schizophrenia shit, like data moshing out there. I'm out into that, my guy. I've been just making those videos straight out of Dev Grips music video for me. Shit like that. Crazy abstract. Fucks with your reality, I'm telling you, my guy. Straight up schizo shit, you feel me?
Yeah. How many subscribers do you have? How would you measure your success?
Bro, I'm not successful. I got like 10 subscribers on YouTube and about 110 followers on TikTok, so I'm not successful at all, my guy. Kinda sad.
Same here. We started though.
My guy, my fucking guy. Shake
Let's
my head, man.
go. Okay.
Damn.
What about consumption? What kind of stuff do you consume creatively, either to express yourself or just witness the expression of others? Does that make sense?
Yeah, honestly, I like to watch. I like to go on Reddit to see what those fucking schizo people are doing. I like to look down, read those threads, what they're doing. I go to 4chan to grab some fucking chud, like PNGs and shit. I put them in my videos. I make it crazy, and I sometimes consume, normal art, furry art. Let's not get into that. And I go on to Pinterest, like look, search up some abstract things. You feel me? That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You keep saying schizo concept. What does that mean exactly?
Oh shit. All right. Have you ever talked to a schizophrenic person?
Yes.
Hold on. Let me describe it with my sound. Describe it with my sound. You hear this sound over here. What do you think of it?
I think of those videos on TikTok where that sound's playing. And
Exact.
It's a flash of like unrelated images, and it's just crazy.
There's like a tunnel downstairs too.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, man.
So where does that
That's what
come
I'm
from
predicting.
exactly? What are you expressing? Do you think?
I'm expressing my stupid fucking mind, man. I can't form thoughts, so I'm just making videos to like make my thoughts. You feel me? Just expressing myself, my fucked up mind. Cause honestly, I've been feeling like I've been trapped in a cage that I can't get out of. You feel me? Tough shit, man. Tough shit.
Okay, so it sounds like a really solid creative outlet then, an actual outlet.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say in general about this topic?
Honestly, now you gotta look deep into it to understand it. But I'm telling you, it's worth it, my guy. It's worth it.
Okay, what's your channel's name?
FOG space. Fuck you mean? Yeah, that's literally it. Fog Productions. I'll be making shit like that.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting us interview you.
Thank you for interviewing me, my guy.
That's so fun.
Yeah, I know I'm a boring person, man.
No one's boring.
Womp womp.
No one is boring. You're very interesting. That's why we talk to people. Why do you put yourself down like that?
Man, I'm just a sad man. I'll be depressed and shit. My mind be kind of fucking me up, like self-sabotaging myself. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. We've been reading a book about how a lot of human anguish suffers from a lack of communication or connection. So I just want to say that as one human to another, you're valuable, and I mean that in the sense that that's why we interviewed you. If anything, I'm indifferent. I'm neutral, but in a sense, that's positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, my guy. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't look down on you, brother.
You don't look down on me. What do you mean you don't look down on me, man?
I don't look down on you, man. I don't. Seriously.
Hey, yo.
I'll give you a way out. You do.
Huh? 10 clean push-ups. I'll
With
keep
this
squad leader.
tracking?
That's evil.
With that tracking.
That's evil.
With this tracking?
Mm-hmm.
I'm using slime. This ain't
Option.
gonna look good.
Option. The other option is to squad lead for the rest of the event.
Alright, push-ups it is.
Has to be clean ones, right?
Okay.
Go.
Well, technically, you only have half an hour. You only have half an hour anyway.
What?
1, 2.
This means if he does 10, you've got a squad lead. Wait, no need. No need. You can stop. Mino, you can stop.
4,
Squad lead back.
5, 6, 7, 8,
You're evil. You're evil, Coffee.
9, 10. Oh, he didn't get to 10, bro. No, he was right there. He stopped at 9.
He was right there.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is how you protect and serve the community.
Do you have any creative outlets of any kind? This could be art, music, Legos, video games, anything you do to get out thoughts and feelings that don't otherwise escape you.
I mainly play this game and like 2 other games. That's about it.
Would you say this is a creative outlet?
In its own way, yes. It's very creative. If you think about it,
How so? Do you think?
there's many different characters in this game. A lot of interesting characters, but I would mainly not recommend anyone playing this game ever.
Oh, hey,
Mhm.
that's the worst music. That's the music of the
Yes.
worst drawing bed in the fucking universe.
Okay,
I draw
what
a bed better.
about you? Are you a character?
I mean, yeah, I am a character. I don't know how to describe my character though.
I see. Well, what's the most creative thing you do on this game? Do you think?
I play pool. I drive cars. I draw sometimes, but I'm trash at that.
Would you ever want to get better at drawing?
Yes, I would. I would love to get better at drawing.
Okay, you said you play like 2 other games. What are those?
Right now I'm playing Vintage Story, which is I don't know how to explain it. It's
I know what it is.
basically Minecraft but better. That will enrage a lot of people, but it's facts. And the other one right now I'm playing is Stalker Gamma.
Are you
Which
any good at
is
building in
basic-
Vintage Story? Sorry to cut you off.
No, I'm not good at building. I have a wooden house that has a flat roof.
What about
Not
Minecraft?
good.
I could take you
No,
that's like
even worse.
acceptable.
No, because I don't want it to be acceptable. I want to be problematic and people get mad at me for it.
I don't think I have any other questions.
Okay.
Wait, no, because then if they
Okay.
block me,
I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I'm fucking up. It's not a good night.
No, we
I mean,
just gotta...
I got another creative interest that I have. If you want to continue on that,
That's
Why
a
did
new
Yeah,
thing
tell me about it.
to get like a lot.
Unity and avatar creation.
Oh shit! Why didn't you start with that? Tell me about that.
I tried to, but you cut me off.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
You're good.
so upset.
Oh yeah, Unity. I fucking hate it. It's stupid. Am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah.
Come
Oh,
in.
good. Fucking great. Okay, so
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Unity. I fucking hate it. It's stupid, but I want my Abbies to look the way that I want it. That I want.
No, let me on the lamppost.
It hurts my brain every time I open that fucking program.
Oh, god damn it.
What specifically about Unity is the most irritating to you? What aspect?
The learning curve. Everything. Everything about it. It sucks. Learning each and every there's so many buttons. There's too many buttons actually. And I only know what like 10 of them do. So,
Hmm.
and I'd say I'm pretty average in learning shit.
Do you ever see yourself becoming adept at using Unity to the point where it's not like a complaint anymore?
At some point, yes. I plan on like learning Unity to its fullest, so I can do other shit like make games and stuff through the Unity engine.
How long do you think that'll take?
To get in depth with it, like 5 years at least. For me.
That's a fair estimate. I mean, it probably took me about that long too to become someone who doesn't complain about Unity. You know what I mean? It's a long road. How many avatars have you made? And what's your favorite?
I have made this one I haven't made from scratch, but I did buy this Abby and I have put a lot of stuff on it. I've also I've uploaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've uploaded 11 Abbies. I've only edited 2 or 3 of them.
Uh-huh.
But this one I've done the most work on.
Is this you? Is this your persona? Is this how you represent yourself?
I don't have a persona. I'm not. I don't see myself as a furry outside of this game. I just love the Abbies, and I don't want to be a fuckboy. Me too. But yeah, but yeah, I just don't want to be a fuckboy or an e-boy. And that's why I wear these Abbies.
That is so fair.
This is not what the entire bar looks like.
Do you have any final thoughts? Anything else to say?
This game sucks. Never play it. You'll get sucked into drama, and it'll make your life 10 times worse.
I want to ask you if you have a creative outlet of any kind, whether it be music, drawing, Legos, building games, anything. What do you think?
Working out, does that count?
I think that counts because this is framed in that it's something you do that gets your feelings and thoughts out that don't get out anywhere else. How is working out an outlet for you?
Well, usually I'm very stressed or very just when a lot of things happen, I work out and I feel good. The endorphins kick in, and it just makes me pretty much gives me a release, because when you're full of stress and everything, and you're just very you're holding it all in, like working out or any physical activities can release that in a healthy and faithful way, So that's basically my thing.
Okay. You say healthy, and I agree that it's healthy, but some people push it too far. What do you think about things like what's it called? Protein powders or performance enhancers that aren't steroids? Stuff like that. People get doped up on this stuff. What do you think?
I think that first of all, I think steroids is it's not healthy to use, and it could shorten your lifespan if you use it. Protein powder, it depends what protein powder you get. So if you get one that's filled with GMOs and a lot of chemicals and a lot of sugar, then those are not good. But if you have one that's grass fed, that's non-GMO, and it's just just something you can put in your body and it doesn't affect it in the wrong way, then that's good, But steroids, there's other people who do need steroids, but that's usually medical stuff. But nowadays everyone's taking steroids or TRT or stuff like that. That doesn't really help. Yes, it will get your muscles, but it will ruin your life. There's I can see people who literally age faster when they have steroids or TRT, And me, I believe I don't first of all, I work out for stress relief and all that, but I also work out for athleticism. I do sports. I play basketball, soccer. I do boxing. So I work on performance than looks. Looks is just a bright power, But yeah, that's my yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite method of working out, and what's your metric? How good are you at it? For instance, if it was benching, how much do you bench?
Hey, one second.
Oh.
Can you back up like 2 steps for me, please?
You want to Willem? What a Willem Dafoe?
Thank you.
Oh,
Sorry.
the famous Willem Dafoe. I have
I'm
a
not
lot
gonna-
to say.
Okay. Well, my bench. I remember my heaviest bench was like 50 pounds on both sides of the barbell. And I don't like that. And I was doing that for 5 reps, and that was the heaviest I ever went. So it was like very intense. But my favorite type of working out is more functional. I do a lot of pull-ups and push-ups. I do medicine ball slam. I do like parametrics and all that stuff. I still use weights. It's just I don't really train like a bodybuilder. But sometimes I do, if I'm like if I'm in places where I don't have the kind of equipment to train functionally, so I just stick with the compound movements and that for training. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything to say to anyone that's interested in working out significantly?
Well, what I want to say is that if you're starting out, take your time, and really like if you have the money for personal trainers, then you can hire a personal trainer. But if you're on your own, take your time, study the right forms, the right technique, so you don't get injured. Do like mobility and flexibility exercises that will help prevent injuries and mostly injuries and stuff. And don't try to copy other people's other people's what they're doing, because everyone's body is different. So you should just figure out what's good for you and work on it. So that's all.
Yeah. All the women in the city need to know that I am hung as a horse. I love you, Mama. I love you. Kiss me.
Okay.
Oh!
Too late.
Let me
What do you
just put
want
that
to
down
talk
quick.
The United States Postal Service, you can get informed delivery for 99 cents a month. USPS.gov.
Don't listen to him. He's a Trump supporter.
No. I'm a mailman who wants to promote his business so that people buy stamps and pay my bills.
Trump supporter, same thing. All right.
Trump
Listen to me.
supporter
Admirable, man.
mailman.
Do you have any creative outlets? Examples could be drawing, music, building games, Legos, anything. What do you think?
Yeah, I do art. I do art. That's kind of my main creative outlet.
Okay. Can you tell me about that? When did it start? What do you do? Give me the history.
The history, damn. My grandfather was a somewhat famous artist in my home country, so he's always teach me how to draw. And over time, I was kind of a shy kid, so I never really been able to talk to anyone about issues. And as it built over time, art became less of a thing I do for fun and more of a thing I do to let off steam.
They're recording, so whenever you cough loud, it's funny. You get it?
It's so funny. Okay. Do you mind me asking who's your grandfather? What did he do? What country are you talking about?
But I don't remember his name, apart from Oleg. I'm from Latvia. And it's a European country. And yeah, he used to paint all the time on canvases, and the thing that really started him off is he banned all of his paintings as a statement. And that kind of gave him the recognition for his work. It was, I forget why he done it exactly, but it was like a protest against something.
Okay. Well, as far as topics go, what do you draw the most, or what is your favorite?
I find out that I work the best with emotions. So anger, sadness, trauma, love. It's kind of like I really like being free on the canvas, so I don't really have like a set style. It's more of like how I feel that day. I end up like planning out how I want to express it and then painting it.
You know who Bob Ross is, right?
Oh yeah. Everyone knows super process.
Everyone knows. Yeah, he was always talking about how the canvas is where you're the most free, and I think that resonated with a lot of people, especially old ladies who were abused by their husbands or something.
Oh.
You sound like, well, no, that's just what I think happened. There's a lot of old people that like his art, and I think old people deal with like issues like interpersonal issues that you know what I mean. But it sounds like you found
Yeah.
some real freedom on that canvas.
He used to be a really like happy. He still is. Like he was always such a happy person. Like every mistake he made, he always found like a way to cover it up, like turn it into something better.
How early of an age did you start doing art? And when do you think it really kicked off? When do you think you came into your own in terms of art style and stuff like that?
Well, my grandparents split not long after we moved to the UK, so it took a little while to like see my grandfather, but I think around the age of 5. I used to end up like always visiting him and like sitting in the studio and drawing. Like he used to teach me how to draw some things. I also used to have a whiteboard at home. I used to always draw on, and like as well as in school. So that's kind of like the how early on I started. On the topic of styles, I'm quite experimental person. I like playing around with different styles, and so over the years I've accumulated quite a lot of them. But I don't have a super set style. It just kind of depends on like what the work fits.
Well, I think that's kind of a style in itself, right? Even though it's constantly changing, there's still essences of you in
Yeah,
all of them,
true.
correct?
True.
Your style
That is very
maybe could be
true.
described as just chaotic, but it's all you, and someone could probably tell that if they paid attention.
Mm-hmm. That is very true.
Okay. What would you say to anyone wanting to become a visual artist?
Don't let people limit you. Like, don't also like limit yourself into your skills. If you feel like you can't get to a certain place, you definitely can. Just take time to get used to. Everyone starts out copying each other until they find their own style. It's just like finding styles that you like the look of, and then finding a way to do it in your own way that is more comfortable to you. And like, if you go through galleries, there's a lot of paintings that are very simple but have been put on the wall. So don't feel like you have to do anything super detailed and extravagant. Just be you. Express what you want to express, and people who get it will get it, and those who won't, then that's their luck. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for answering my questions. I wanted to ask you if you have a creative outlet of any kind, whether it be like drawing or music or playing games or anything. What do you do?
History.
History.
And
How's
arson.
that? Okay. In what way is history a creative outlet for you? Would you say?
Yes.
Okay. And as far as arson goes, what do you burn?
Tax collectors' houses. And still inside of it, and their families, because anyone that's around a tax collector gets
We're
to die.
sorry, he has very, very severe autism.
We're in the capital.
I see what you mean.
There's what that for example, there's one time I gave him a cigarette, just to see if he was a normal human being, and then he pulled a little he pulled one of
Up to
those,
see how long it takes people to
and
notice.
that's when we found out.
Okay. Well, do you have any creative outlets?
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect right there.
He also sells
Haven't
his
eaten?
butt randomly. Like we have a giant save of Chinese money. You don't want to know where it's been.
He spends it on hookers.
Thank you for telling us that. Do you have any creative outlets, whether it be art, music, video games, or anything else you can think of? I have no follow-up questions because I don't know what you said. Any final words?
Cause a bitch.
Do you have any creative outlets,
no
Leah?
autism right now.
Whether it be drawing, music, or
Yes,
anything
yes,
else you can think of.
I think we're done for the night.
That thing's
would
stone,
say-
brother. You can't burn it.
Man, what the fuck?
I would say the most creative outlet that I have currently is, good God, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna talk about work again. It's the kids. It's anything to do with like creating
I love
activities
kids.
for this toddler, this 2-year-old, right? 2-year-olds require so much. I didn't realize going into this just how bored they get with everything. You have to keep in mind that you have to keep these kids entertained the entire day. You have to spend, I spent 8 hours there, and their interest can stay between anywhere from 5 seconds to at most 15 minutes. So, and he gets bored of the same activity. So, like, let's say I do coloring with him for 15 minutes, and then we do something else, and then we do something else, and then I try to go back to coloring. It's too soon. He's still bored of coloring. So, I mean, I'm constantly having to come up with like all these different activities and ways to teach him things, and it's so fulfilling. It feels so good, especially when he really enjoys something and he's actually learning from it. He's incorporating the things that I'm teaching him, and he's talking about it with his parents when I'm not there. He's talking about it with people that he's meeting out in Costco. You know, it's so and seeing him connect things, and he's just so intelligent. And it's so fun getting to experiment with him. And yeah, I'm sorry I went on a rant. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's work.
That's what this is for. Okay, would you say how much do you think you have learned? How much do you think you have learned from these children? Listen, I know you, and I know how this started. I know you're kind of a natural, but how much do you think you've grown because of nannying?
Oh, you know, actually, I feel like I've grown a lot and I've learned a lot. I feel like I'm learning a lot about not only just children in general, but just about
anywhere but here.
my own limits and what I'm capable of. Because going into it, one of my biggest concerns was that I don't know, that I wasn't gonna be patient with them, that I wasn't gonna be I thought I was gonna be like my parents, you know, and I didn't want to do that. I don't want to inflict that on another kid. But yeah, I feel like I'm learning that I can be really patient, not just with children. If I can do it with adults as well, it just makes things easier when I'm interacting with people. I feel more accepting, which I don't know if that's a bad thing. More accepting, but yeah, I think that's my answer. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
I know. I know.
What would you say to anyone that wants to nanny or otherwise get in touch with children in a more wholesome way?
Sorry, you cut out there a little bit. What did you say?
I said, what would you say to people who want to either nanny or just get in touch with children in a more wholesome way?
Oh, what do I have to say to them?
Yeah.
I I would say I don't know. Just always understand that children never do things out of malice or out of deception, or I mean at least of this age, of like 2 years old and stuff. Even though it can feel like that sometimes. Like there are moments where the 2-year-old just, you know, for no reason just like will slap you or spit on you. Why do they do that? They're testing, they're experimenting, they're playing with the world, and they don't really understand what it means when you do that to someone. And so for a lot of people that can be really triggering.
He's like that
it's
too.
always
He-
important to
His
keep in
brain's not
mind
fully
that
functional.
that they are naturally loving.
No, my fucking lady, you
Always
bitch.
keep your
Where
patience.
the fuck did
Always
I go?
keep your calm. You can never
No,
lose it.
no. My fucking
Never.
lady. Oh shit, my frames.
Do you have any creative outlets of any kind, whether it be art, music, video games, or anything you can think of?
I make music.
Okay. Can you tell me about that a bit? What kind of music? When did you start? You know, what's the whole history?
I made a SoundCloud account, and my latest output was called Ketamine Remix. It's a,
What
it's
kind of
a
music
rap
is it?
song.
Oh, okay, rap.
Yeah.
Okay, when did you start, and why? What made this an outlet for you?
That started because found out I only had 2 months to live, dude.
That's heavy.
That's very heavy.
Is that is that like right now?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you if you have any creative outlets, like drawing or music or video games or anything else.
I mean, I dabble in video games from time to time. You know, I build things in like my garage. Like I'm pulley swapping a lawnmower to make it into a race mower. Go very fast. Some would say even the fastest. I don't say it, but people do. You know.
I hear
a lot
people
more
say that as
things.
well. Very fast, very
Yeah.
big. Okay.
Yeah,
What prompted you to start doing that with your mower?
like what do you mean? I didn't understand your question. That's what I mean.
Like we say you're turning your mower into a race mower. Why? That's
Well-
most people don't do that.
Well, I'm scrolling Facebook Marketplace one day and I see, man, that is it's a pulley driven lawnmower, so it's got like a pulley like on the front that goes straight from the shaft of the engine that gets spun, and then it goes straight to the transmission that has a bigger pulley. So it's like small to big. So the pulley, like the inside parts are two different sizes. So I took like a 14-inch and put that on the front on the engine. So it's about like 4 times the size now, the pulley, and I put like about a 2-inch on the back, so that one's probably about like an eighth the size. So it should go really fast. But I came to do this because I saw it was like a belt-driven lawnmower on Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, man, $150 for this piece of shit? Don't mind if I do, you know? So like, I accidentally bought the band that was too small, so the clutch doesn't work. So like even without a pulley swap, I changed out the carburetor just so to get it running. I got it mixed up because it's an old thing. It doesn't have a gas pedal. So once you switch in the gear, it just goes, but it has a clutch and a brake pedal. The brakes don't really work that well, so I'll just have to turn it off, hit the brakes, and hopefully I slow down. And fuck, I'm at a loss of words here. Yeah, but you see, when I didn't put in the clutch, it already did a wheelie. So I bought a band too small, so my clutch it doesn't fit with the clutch. So it's literally just it barely fits the fucking two pulleys. So hopefully it runs. If not, I'll have to just like buy a bigger band. I'll probably end up cutting off the lawnmower. It's Kevlar belt. I'll probably have to cut that shit off because I'll have to take out the motor again just to get the fucking pulley off. Won't be very convenient. Yeah.
Okay, so how fast do you expect this lawnmower to go?
Well, seeing it's older than my dad. Dad was born in 1982. This thing was made in 1981, and it went like 4 mile an hour originally. I'm hoping it goes like 20, maybe 30 max. I mean,
If you get above 15, I'll shit my pants. That would be crazy, man. That's insane.
Yeah, like I don't want to go over 15. I don't think, because like it's kind of a piece of shit. It'll probably break apart on me.
Wear a helmet, bro.
I do have a good helmet, but in order to get to the pulley on the transmission, I had to take off the seat, unbolt that. Then I went to the back our shed in the back, and it's got like the ceiling's like exposed, so it's got like them big old 4x4 or roof, like pieces of wood. So I put a bunch of like big old toe straps on it, like ones that could haul a semi, and started just ratcheting it up. And I ended up bending like the body, not the body like the frame, but like just like the metal part that goes out over it at probably like a 75-degree angle, just so I could pull out the gas tank and empty that shit out so it didn't get everywhere, just so I could get the pulley. And I had to spend like 2 days grinding the pulley, so I have to weld on the pulley because they kind of fucked up the key lock thing. But if I would have done the other way, I could have like broken some inside the transmission. That was like $20 to replace, but that shit's too complicated. So I might buy a welder from like Harbor Freight for $150. You know, be pretty convenient.
Okay, well, thank you for telling me all that. I don't know anything about mechanic work, but it is fascinating.
It is pretty entertaining. Mechanic work's like it's basically just screaming, and it's less mechanic work and more of just finding like the fucking tool socket you need. Like it's more just find the shit. Like it must be so nice for doctors because they can just be like scalpel and they got the fucking scalpel, but when I need a fucking 13 millimeter, that shit's like all the way across the fucking garage underneath the toolbox. Like spend 20 minutes.
Well, I hear that's why
a
lot of fathers have kids. You know, they get their kids in the garage to tell them to get the right the right like size, and then the kid doesn't get the right size, and then you yell at him and you hit him.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, that was pretty classic. So I'm gonna flip this on you. Is there any creative outlets you have?
Yeah, my main profession, what I pay my bills with is art, and I do 3D modeling as well. I dabbled in
3D
music, and by music I mean like remixing for vaporwave, but I'm not very good at that. I mostly do art and 3D modeling.
What's vaporwave? Is he like an artist or something?
It's a weird, I would say what am I looking for? Unofficial genre. It's generally 80s music that has been slowed down and remixed into different music. It's kind of like slow and echoey, kind of weird vibe. But that's what I listen to.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I see you're purple first of all, but you're a deer with a gun, and normally it's deers getting gunned, right? So you're against the grain there, and also you don't like slow lawnmowers. You like your lawnmowers fast. You're double against the grain there. Would you say you're the kind of guy that just likes to go against the norms here?
I mean, some people consider me about that from time to time. I just dabble into some interests, you know.
What's your hottest take?
Hottest
your
take
most
is-
against the grain take.
Okay, I don't know. I would have to say like give me like a genre for a hot take, cause like
dude, it's your
you
own
just want me
genre.
to-
Take your time. You just think of.
I'm gonna be that guy, and I'm gonna say Griffith did nothing wrong.
I don't even know what that means. Can you explain?
Okay, so there's this guy called Guts, right? He's from this anime called Berserk. Alright, so it all starts out him as a boy, as a mercenary, alone, and he defends a castle with this big ass sword he has. So you got this big guy covered in armor. He swings the sword through his axe and kills him, right? And then he just goes